Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world away, and welcome to today's episode of How Can I Fit It in the Workshop? Because today we're going to be doing the next 4 stages of the Hachette Partworks release and build the Doctor Who Dalek. And it is ginormous. Look, international unit of measure again against this thing. I'm guessing today is going to be simple. We're actually going to be doing some more of these parts here that we were creating before, and I'm guessing all 4 stages are something to do with that because we've got plenty of positions to that going. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to be doing that, fitting those to the Dalek, and then I think at the end I'm going to show you another Hachette Partwork build, which is actually going to be coming to an end next week. But you need to see, because size seems to be the thing today, how big the stages are. We're going to be looking at the Lancaster, but I won't be building that. But I want you to see the parts, because oh my god, the last 4 stages of the Lancaster, absolutely crazy. So let's get working on the Doctor Who Dalek without further ado. Let's get cracking. So just laying all of these out, you can see all of these packs are similar because they're pretty much all going to be the same thing. I don't know what stages we've got: 77, 75, 78 and 76. So we're going to start with stage 75. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to do one, and then we'll probably be whizzing through the rest of them because they're all going to be the same thing. So once again, we get 2 by the look of it in each one. And this is the magazine. And as you can see, we're going to be putting these little plastic sections on here again, just like that. And then we're going to be slotting this onto the Dalek of what we've created so far. So we're creating this all the way around here. Okay, getting this open. Now, believe me, the instructions are going to confuse the hell out of you, so I'm going to make this easier for you. They're labelled at the top here. This one says C1. This one says C2. Now, on the little plastic bits, it says C2 or C1 at the top, and it tells you what order they go in. So that's 2.1. So that's number 1, which will be going first on the C2. Let's just put that in there. Then I've got C2 4, so that'll be the 4th one down, going in there. Then I've got C2 3. That's going to be in there. C1 1 in there. You're getting the idea how this goes. C2 2. That one's in there. C1 2. C1 3. And C1 4. And then I've got these PP screws looking like this. I was going to put all of these into place from the other side. Now, only 1 screw is needed to hold these in. I'll screw the ones in just on the other side here. How clever this is. Like, I'm supporting the whole thing on my arm so that these can't drop out. So with those in place, we've got these tops, and again, these are going to have the stamped number of what bar they're going on to. So this one is C2. What I want to do is turn this over, so it's this way round, and I'm going to want to put this in here, so it's going to go in, hopefully on this camera, just like that there. I'm holding it in again with a PP screw. Perfect. Do the same with the C1. Put this to one side while I bring the Dalek over. Now, I've zoomed out my camera, but I'm using my phone camera at the moment. You can see that we've got the sides on here. So the one on the left-hand side says C1, and the one on the right-hand side says C2. This is where they're going to go in. So let me put the C1 in one first. Well, I'm having to film the whole thing on my phone because it's just hard to get this into place. Slot this down here, and then put this into place on here. So as you can see, that's in like that. What we want to do is put some PP screws in the top, and then in the bottom we've got a nut and a bolt to put in, which I'll show you what I'm doing there. So at the bottom here I've got a bolt that I'll just push through that side, and I'm going to secure that with a nut from the other side. And there you go, that's in nice and tight, and I'm just going to repeat that for C2 on the other side over here. And there you go, with that in place, that's all there is to do in that stage. Okay, so now we know how we're doing these. I'm going to be whizzing through these. So let me show you the magazine, which is stage 76 here. It's going to be exactly the same thing, but I'm guessing with the next letter. We're on D now or something. We're going to find that out together here. Get this open. And as you can see from these bars here, we've got D2 and E2 here. So they're the ones that I'm going to be putting the brackets in. Now, on these ones, these brackets are all the same size. You've got D, E, G. So I'm guessing that the poles that we've got, which are going to be D, E, and when we get to G, all of these are going to be exactly the same size. So it doesn't matter what order these go in. So these are labelled E2 and D2. So this is going to be going on the E one. So that's going to go in there just like that. And then this one's going to be going into the D one just in here with a PP screw. So now they're done, I'm going to put them on the Dalek. They actually all go on the one side here. D2 and E2 are here. And once they're in, just looking like that, and down the bottom, that is all there is to do in that stage. I suppose it doesn't matter what order we do these in, does it? 77. Here's the magazine. Looking like that. You don't need to see me all this, so I'm just going to fit these straight to the Dalek. Had to turn the air conditioning on again then because we're cooking in the workshop, but that's D1 and E1 in place, as you can see. Which means the last stage of this pack is stage 78. Here's the magazine, exactly like we've been doing, but this time we're working on the back section now. This is going to be the back of the Dalek, looking just like this. And there you go, and look, more of the same in the next pack. Probably worth saying on these ones, which are F1 and F2, that once again we are going back to the numbering system. So F1 number 2 would be going on here, just like we did when we first started this build. And once again, that's that whole pack complete. So the last two are in at the back here, as you can see. And then if I just turn this around, it's going to give you an idea. I can't even get it all in camera. How that looks at the moment. So I'm just going to put the skirt back on just to keep that safe. Obviously this just slots over the top there. And I think I'll put the alien just back into the top. And that is all there is to do at the moment. Not bad, huh? Okay, I'm finished with the Doctor Who. Let me just show you something that's on the last stage, the Lancaster Bomber. Now, we did see this with the Spitfire, that the last 4 stages of the Lancaster, there's absolutely tons to do. I'm not sure if I could do it all in one pack. There is only 4 stages, but we'll have to see. But stage 130 is this. Now, this is going to be the water, which goes onto the diorama. So that's in one piece. So I'm guessing this stage would be easy. I haven't opened it. Should we have a look at the magazine? Let's look at the magazine. Now, the fact that this magazine's thin means I don't think there's much to do, but as you see, we've got all the water effects there. The Lancaster's pretty much done. So 3 stages of the Lancaster are going to be putting the whole fuselage together. There's hardly anything to do in the last stage. Going to be exciting, but I really hope you like that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.